Welcome to the big show.
He could go all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Happy Halloween from high atop the ridge in the center of the universe, 44092. We're going to be doing the Blue Devil Mash tonight, folks. As tonight, the Wickliff Blue Devils, it's the playoffs, Division 6, Region 21, as the Wickliff Blue Devils host the Tigers of Springfield High in New Middletown, Ohio. Hello again, everybody. My name is Frank Foti, along with my my Monster Mash buddy here, Mark Tennant. As folks, it's a windy one, bit chilly, perfect night for football, let me tell you. As tonight, and you can hear it right there. We're going to have a lot of that tonight.
Yeah.
And yes, we have wind things on our microphones and stuff, but it's going to be a fun one as the Devils, with their coming off a regular season record of 8 wins and 2 losses, entertain the Tigers, who come in here tonight with a record of 7 wins and 3 losses in what should be, from everyone I've talked to, what could possibly be a major defensive battle. The Tigers give up an average of 10 points a game with a strong defense, and the Wickliff Blue Devils come into tonight's game giving up an average of 14 points a game. So we'll see what happens as we're about a little over 25 minutes away from kickoff tonight. Before we get started, I want to say that all of this is made possible by the Wickliff School Alumni Association, WickliffeAlumniAssociation.org on the internet, and the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Want to give a big shout out to ysnlive.com from down out in the eastern part of Ohio, as they're carrying our feed tonight. Want to welcome them, their audience, and all the followers of the Tigers from Springfield High. So it's going to be a large audience and what could be quite a football game here tonight as Region 21, Division 6. This is seed number 8, which is Wickliff, seed number 9, which is Springfield. And the crazy thing is, folks, is after tonight's game, this is one of those weird things, Mark. If you're like a date, if you're setting up a great date, right? Next week, your date is Kirtland. As the Kirtland Hornets, who have the number 1 seed in the region, are they have a bye tonight. And actually, Kirtland High School is about 10, 15 minutes to the east of here. Apparently their coach, Tiger Laverty, will be in attendance scouting both teams, as they'll be doing what they need to be prepared for next Friday, which will be their introduction into the playoffs for 2025. Well, sorry, Mark, I was just going to say, it's 52 degrees. The wind is blowing. I got to tell you, if you're going from, let's say, west to east, you could easily see a 70-yard field goal tonight, and I'm not kidding. You're going the other way. We were watching a couple of the kickers practicing at kickoffs. It might have gone 30 yards straight up in the air. So, Mark, you were going to.
Well, I know, probably just going to talk about the kicking game as well, and the weather being as, it's it doesn't really, I guess maybe we've been out here a little while. I thought it was going to be a little bit colder. It's not that bad, or maybe I'm just dressed warm. But,
Week 11,
Week 11 football, that is what it's all about, and this is when the real fun starts. Sure, we had a great first 10 weeks, and we were actually very, very lucky this year with the weather. We started off, it was even in August, very, very pleasant through September, through October. Last week, we got a little bit of taste of it, but this week, we're really getting a taste of it. This is high school playoff football here at the center of the universe, 44092, and we're happy to bring it for you. Not only our Blue Devil fans, but, of course, Tiger fans down in Mahoning County. For those of you that couldn't make the game, keep it right here. We'll have it all for you. Grab your hot chocolate, your hot toddies, because you're going to need them this evening. And then maybe while you're giving out candy to the kids as they come by for the next couple hours, we're going to have a game for you here in about 24 minutes or so. So can't wait. We talked to both coaches. Both of them are excited. My first time talking with Coach Slopek of the Springfield Tigers. It seems like over the 22 seasons, we probably spoke with most high school coaches here in the area at one time or another, Frank, but it was a pleasure to meet him, and you'll hear from Coach Slopek here in just a little bit as we talked on the field a little while ago.
And Marcos, being Halloween, you dressed. Don't tell me you dressed up as a Cleveland Brown. No.
I did not, but I tell you what, I did dress up. I've got this old Wickliff Blue Devil toboggan on. This was my dad's.
Very cool.
I dug it out of the closet. It had all kinds of lint on it. I gave the lunch over with lint and the little balls today. I think this is probably the best looking hat and costume anybody could have this evening.
Well, I was going to dress up as Eastwind, but I don't know if the press box up here would be able to handle the weight.
Well, as I say, you'd have a whole bunch of coal on your back there, buddy.
And actually, speaking of which, Mark, where this high school Springfield is out in the area where actually I go to get coal for Eastwind. So when they found out we were playing Springfield, I'm like, I know where that's at. That's the last exit on the turnpike, Ohio Route 7. So, but we want to welcome all of the folks that have clicked in from the Springfield area and the YSNlive.com group, as tonight's game will, like Mark said, 20-some minutes will get started, as what should be an exciting playoff game. Could possibly be a big defensive battle and or affected by, as we're speaking, the wind has just died down, but it could get, when we were setting up, it was, cameras were getting knocked over and everything else. So
for the moment, the wind has died.
Yes, for the moment.
Frank, as I was over by the concession stand talking to some folks that, longtime Wickliff people, and Sherry Blakemore Gallman, saw her and a few others. I had a chance to talk to some of the Tiger fans that made their way from Mahoning County, and they're excited. We got a lot of orange out here tonight, folks, so they are well represented. Again, playoff 2025, and it doesn't get any better than this. So
if you're in the area and you do want to make your way up to Wickliffe Memorial Field, do dress warm, maybe bring some hot chocolate or warm cider, what have you, here on Halloween 2025, as, hopefully the Blue Devils will be able to do the devil mash. They did the mash, they did the Blue Devil mash. But in any case, should be an exciting one, as we'll have all the action here coming for you here this evening. Feeling the wind and the cold already having some crazy effect.
Right on the screen right now.
What's that?
On the screen right now, the coin toss is taking place at midfield. So we'll go ahead and we'll eavesdrop on that. We can get you the picture.
What'll be interesting, Mark.
And it looks like the Tigers are receiving, and the Blue Devils will be kicking off to the Tigers here, coming up at the top of the hour.
Opening coin toss, and the Blue Devils have chosen to defer.
And what's interesting, Mark, tonight, the Blue Devils are in their all-blue jerseys, which is blue tops and pants, and Springfield are in their all-black jerseys, which is black tops, black pants, and orange lettering. So it might be kind of easy to have things get lost in the mix there insofar as trying to identify things, but we're going to do our best here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network.
Well, we had a chance to talk to the coaches. We've got our starting lineups, and the folks are making their way into the field. And honestly, there is a line at the ticket booth. And people are streaming in from the parking lots, and it's probably going to be a while since we've had a crowd like this, along with the visiting team as well. And I just don't think in the last 22 or 23 years, partner, we've never done a game on Halloween. And if it was Halloween, they must have been away because I just don't recall.
Yeah, Mark, I think you're right. I think this is the first time we've had a game on Halloween. And I noticed that there was a lot of news coverage because of various cities that have home games tonight. And were they going to have the city move trick or treat to tomorrow because of a lot of the Wickliff being one of them?
Yeah.
My good friend Steve and Don out in Olmsted Township. I think Falls has a home game tonight, and they didn't move a trick or treat either. So, but nice shout out to Steve and Don at Tomco out in Olmsted Township, out the Blueberry Railroad. Mike Urich and the gang with the locomotives and stuff. Welcome to the to the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. And Mark, since we'd like probably to catch everything with the band, and we've got about 19 minutes. Maybe now might be a good time that we hear from some coaches.
Let's do that.
Okay. So I believe first up, Mark had a chance to talk with Coach Adam Slopek from Springfield.
Well, it is playoff fever. We feel it with the weather. We feel it in the air. It's Halloween night, all at Wickliffe Memorial Stadium, and I'm happy to welcome visiting head coach Adam Slopek of the Springfield Tigers. Coach, welcome to Wickliff.
Hey, thanks, man. This is an awesome setting.
So first of all, trip okay?
Yeah, everything was good.
Well, tonight, it's playoffs. It's a different kind of a feel. Talk about your team and, how were they this week? And I don't want to say jitters or anything. Excited? Talk about them.
Yeah, I think our team was really excited about the opportunity to keep playing. We talked about after the game last week that, a lot of teams across the state of Ohio are going to be packing their stuff up, moving on to basketball or wrestling or what have you, and we get the opportunity to go out and do this again. So I think, that's something they've been looking forward to. It's been a goal of theirs all season long, so to see that come to fruition was pretty special.
Well, we're actually going to have something special tonight because the folks over in Mahoning County will also be listening to the game tonight, and I know they know your players pretty well, but our listeners do not. Can you talk about your offense first of all? What you bring to the table? What kind of offense do you run? I imagine even if you passed, we wouldn't be doing much of that tonight. And please, what about your offense?
Yeah, we are a run-first offense no matter what the conditions are. We like to throw in spots when we feel it's advantageous. Our quarterback, Braden Barrett, I think does a great job of running our offense, whether it be just getting us in and out of the huddle, getting us play to play, whether he's called upon to run or pass, he does a great job. Alex Caldwell is a sophomore running back for us that really has risen to the occasion, along with some other backs. Marco Gentile and Eli Warner do a great job. Matt Weimer's been our top receiver throughout the course of the year, and we can line him up in a number of different spots, and so really proud of his progression throughout the year.
Your march to get here through the season, you played some pretty tough teams out there in Eastern Ohio. Was there a part in the season where, is the injury bugs, maybe something else, and were you able to overcome some things? So were you just pretty steady throughout the year?
Well, I think the whole season has been about overcoming adversity with all kinds of different situations. And our guys, we talk about it, and it's really been a lot of fun to watch them keep rising. I don't know that I've been around a more resilient group than this group, with all the different, and sometimes some strange things that you wouldn't even think of that would come up. So really proud of them, really proud of our senior leadership, and really proud of our young guys. We have a number of sophomores and even freshmen playing key roles for us, which hasn't happened at our school in a long time. So it's awesome to see them grow and see them develop.
Talk about the defensive side of the ball. What kind of defense do you run? And when you see Wickliff on film, what do you see?
Yeah, well, first off, I see with Wickliff, I see a really talented offensive line that plays hard. I see a stable of running backs that does such a great job. I see a quarterback. I know he's the coach. When I talked to Coach Porcello, his son, I thought, man, that is awesome to be able to coach your son and be in the playoffs with them and everything. I think they have a complete group, man. And I know they run run the ball. Wickliffe's a run-first team and stuff like that. But I was impressed with some of their perimeter players too, with their speed and things like that. Defensively for us, we are I guess you would call us a 3-4 defense, but we shift into a couple of different fronts. We try to make sure that we know our job, we know our responsibility, we leverage the ball properly, and we try to get 11 dudes around it and hope for the best from there.
Coach Adam Slopek of the Springfield Tigers, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck tonight, Coach, and good luck down the road.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, man.
And there you had Mark had a chance to talk with Coach Adam Slopek, and we'll step aside here for the national anthem.
After which we ask that you please remain standing for the Wickliff alma mater.
And for those of you checking it out at home, as you can see, the Wickliff swing band is all up in costume tonight. So, Mark, well, I think we dressed up as Blue Devil fans.
Blue Devils, yep. We're Blue Devil fans tonight. That's right.
All right. Mark also had a chance to talk with Coach Mark Spricello, and here's his insights on tonight's matchup for the playoffs.
Well, it's Halloween night. It is windy. Hopefully there will be no rain and no thunderstorms, but we've got a football game to play, and it's playoffs 2025, and your Wickliff Blue Devils are back in it again. And as always, before the game, we talked with Blue Devil head coach Mark Spricello. And Coach, I like talking to you in week 11.
Yeah, this is great. We always set this as our number one goal is to get here, and here we are, so we're excited.
Well, last week, it was until probably the third or fourth quarter, but things kind of went back and forth. It was a little different. A couple mistakes early. Did we talk about those this week, or was it just kind of in the rearview mirror and on to Springfield?
Well, we mostly talked about them at halftime, to be honest with you. So, we were moving the ball like crazy, and we're down 14-3 all of a sudden. And, two fumbles inside the 10-yard line. So we talked about, when we get in the open field, especially because both of those fumbles happened in the open field,
yep.
Just getting to max protection. They're going to try to punch it out. And I thought we did a much better job in the second half taking care of the football.
And practice, do you practice that stuff? I mean, like every week, and, not only the defense punching it out, but also the offense kind of cradling that ball pretty well and keeping it tight. How does that work?
Of course, yeah. We our backs, our receivers, our quarterbacks, we practice it all the time. And so, sometimes in games, though, it happens, So it's just a matter of a little more detail, when you're carrying the football. So.
All right, on to this week. The Springfield Tigers all the way from Mahoning Valley, and it's they. It seems like they're ready to go. A lot of adversity, I understand, from their head coach this year. What did you see on film with the Tigers, and what are you trying to look to do?
Well, they're a physical football team. They want to run the ball mostly. They probably throw it a little more than us, I would say, but they want to establish the run. Defensively, again, they're physical. They're a 4-4 team. Their 2 inside backers are really good players, so we got to make sure we block those guys. But they're well coached. It's a rich tradition of playoff football. They're in the playoffs often. So,
well, with this win, and as we're in the middle of it right here, if you're going, the way with the wind, do you try a long field gun a night like this? Because it could go back and forth. It's just not necessarily going straight. When a kicking game, could it make a difference for it anyway tonight?
Well, I think it's going to make a huge difference, actually, because we were punting into the wind, and the ball's not going anywhere. So if you get stuck, we get stuck with bad field position punting into the wind, it's going to be challenging. So, I'm going to have to talk as a staff, figure some stuff out with this game.
So Elijah, is he back this week?
Elijah's back, yeah.
Okay. And any bumps and bruises, everybody, you're 100%?
Yeah, actually, Nico Garrison's back too, which we didn't expect that to be. He didn't really practice all week, so he's going to be very, very limited. I'm not sure what we're going to do. But if he does play, we might play him on defense a little bit if we need him. So.
All right. Well, Coach, I'll let you get back with your team. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll talk to you in week 12.
All right, thanks, Mark.
And there you had it, where Mark had the chance to interview Mother Nature as well as Coach Purcell. You could say probably they're in a hurricane. So, we apologize for that. But, folks, when we say it's windy up here, it is windy up here. So we're going to make the most of it. And we're about 8 minutes away from kickoff. And, Mark, tell you what, why don't we go through some starting lineups? We've got a starting defensive lineup for Springfield. If you want, I'll do that. And then we've got starting offense for the Wickliff Blue Devils. Tonight on the defensive side for the Tigers, number 2 will be Evans Miracle. And folks, they got me the pronunciations of a lot of these, and we're going to do our best to not mangle any of them. Number 4, Brody Sanders, who was a senior. Number 5, Marco Gentile. He's a junior. Number 11, John Tikach, who's a senior. And number 25 is Eli Warner, a senior. Number 33, Michael Roginski, who's a freshman. And also a freshman working with him is number 36, Brock Masello. Number 45, Nate Hefner, a senior. Number 54, Aiden Jacobson, a junior. Number 55, Dom Jones, a junior. And rounding out the defensive side for the Springfield Tigers is number 88, Drake Benson, who's a junior.
And for your Wickliff Blue Devils starting lineup for your offense, number 2, it's Frankie Bukar. Frankie goes back and forth between quarterback and wide receiver and slot back. Number 3, another senior, Jimmy Feaster. We've seen Jimmy for 4 straight years now. It's 6 foot, and he is playing a running back. Ralph Jackson is number 4, and he is a senior as well, 5'10". Marquise Roberts, and it's great to see Marquise play. Number 5, he is a senior as well. Don Purcello, number 6, he is a sophomore quarterback. Nick Oboski, wearing number 9, a junior, and he is a tight end. Gio Martinez is number 50 along that offensive line. He is one of the leaders and the senior. Number 53 is Ryan Sather. He is a sophomore. Number 61, Caden Floyd, another sophomore. Drew Meitzner, and another leader, 6'6", a senior, and Drew is on the offensive line as well. And finally, running out that offensive line, number 72 is Dante Martinez. Head coach Marsh Purcello, Kevin Sharp, Chris Kalick, Marsh Purcello Sr., Jason Moulton, Adam Purcello, Mr. Ed Zivnoska, and James Sheehan are the coaches for your Wickliff Blue Devils. Well, we see that the Springfield Tigers are in their white jerseys tonight, partner, so it looks like it's going to make it a little bit easier for them.
Yeah, Mark, you know what?
Or for us.
Mark, maybe they were listening.
and didn't just change
and they
really
said,
quick?
you know what, we don't want to mess up Frank and Mark up there, so we'll put on the white jerseys. So, yeah, that'll make it a little bit easier. And probably a lot of, you think about it, probably makes it easier for the officials as well because, they've got to be able to determine offense, defense, and things of that nature. So we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff tonight. Once again, this is high school football weather, and right now it looks like the Springfield Tigers are making their way to their sideline. Nice crowd on hand that's made their way up here from the eastern edge of Ohio. Even last year, Mark, you remember we had to travel, and we were down in Toronto, Ohio, on the eastern edge, overlooking West Virginia when we had to play Toronto. And remember, it was Springfield who then played Toronto after us.
The following week, and they lost to them, right? Is that what happened?
Toronto lost to Springfield,
That's right.
I think by like 1 point or something like that.
That's right. I think a Hail Mary or something like that.
Something like that,
yeah.
yeah. So we will see what we will see tonight. The Devils have not made their way out from the building as of yet. And once we get underway, as Mark mentioned earlier, Springfield will have the ball first as high school playoffs. 2025, this is Division 6, Region 21. And the winner of tonight's game, they get a date next Friday, about 15 minutes from here, at Kirtland to face Tiger Laverty's Kirtland Hornets, who finished their 14th unbeaten campaign under Coach Laverty. The Blue Devils this season finished this campaign 8 wins, 2 losses. Actually, their 2 losses came against that Kirtland, and a couple weeks ago they lost a tough one out at Berkshire against the Badgers, but they rebounded last week in a very exciting 31-14 victory over the Crestwood Red Devils.
Well, the officials are coming out onto the field, and I think that the Blue Devils will be making their way out here. They come out of the locker room, and we're going to have some high school football for you here in just a little bit. Crisp fall evening. And, well, I'll tell you, I'm not to say I was dreading tonight because I always love to come to watch the Blue Devils play, and, of course, in the playoffs. But I was thinking about the weather. That's not so bad.
Actually, the wind has died down now. But, like, during the national anthem, the little streamers that are on the top of the goalposts, they were pretty horizontal. And right now it's not bad, so we'll just have to keep our eye what goes on weather-wise with regard to the wind. No rain in the forecast, but last we checked it was about 50 degrees here, checking Doppler Devil weather. And we'll step aside, let PA announcer Scott Tennant once again bring you the starting offense for the Blue Devils.
A senior wide receiver, number 3, Jimmy Feaster. A senior running back, number 4, Ralph Jackson. A senior wide receiver, number 5, Marquise Roberts. A sophomore quarterback, number 6, Dominic Porcello. A junior running back, number 9, Nick Oboski. Along the offensive line for Wickliff are a senior, number 50, Gio Martinez. A sophomore, number 53, Ryan Sather. A sophomore, number 61, Caden Floyd. A senior, number 66, Drew Meister. And a sophomore, number 72, Dante Martinez. The head coach of the Wickliff Blue Devils is Mr. Mark Porcello. And here they come, the rest of your Wickliff Blue Devils.
And there's the Devils make their way onto the field. A lot of excitement, enthusiasm for the playoffs. And you know, Mark, tonight, win or lose, this will be the final home game for the Blue Devils, as, you know, the winner of tonight's game goes on to Kirtland, and the loser, well, as Springfield coach mentioned, they go on to wrestling or basketball or what have you.
That's right. Well, we've got less than a minute to go before kickoff, as soon as the band removes themselves and things get going. And I will say this, last week, I understand it was a good crew that was here from the officiating, but they had some substitutes, and there was just some long penalties last week, and hopefully we can avoid those this week as well. But we'll see what happens.
And, Mark, the crazy thing is last week, the first half went by smooth.
That's right.
Like airless. And then the second half, it just got crazy. So, but generally speaking, with the officiating, you get the best crews. So hopefully we'll have that here tonight. So as we're about ready to get started, looks like going back deep for Springfield. I think that's number 3.
Clean up the ball for Wickliff, number 40, Drew Rossman.
Matt Weimer.
The Blue Devils won tonight's opening toss and deferred.
And I don't have a number here for the
Springfield, number 3, Matt Weimer, along with number 33, Michael Rajewski.
As there you had Scott Tennant give us who's deep. Well, Drew Rossman is going to be kicking with the wind at his back. Oh. And now
the ball fell off the tee, I believe.
The ball fell off the tee.
They'll give it one more time, and then they're going to have somebody hold it, I would imagine.
Fans, please note that no electronic noisemakers such as air horns or sirens are permitted per state rules.
So Rossman has it teed up. We're about ready to get underway. And the playoffs are underway here in 2025 as number 33 has it at about the 10. He goes wide to the left side and is going to get brought down almost Michael Legensky there on the return as he gets it out to about the 30-yard line. As Springfield will put it in play first. First and 10. Looks like
The cowbells and manual noisemakers are allowed.
they'll have it first and 10 just outside their own 29-yard line.
But you may use cowbells and other manual noisemakers. First and 10, Tigers.
Tigers break the huddle, and it looks like they set up the quarterback. Baird will be up under center. They set up in an I formation. As he gives it to the deep back, goes right up the middle. He's got good yardage across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Number 32, Alex Caldwell, the ball carrier.
Yeah, their big guy, Alex Caldwell, the sophomore. Frankie Bukar brings him down, but not after a gain of about close to gain of 9 yards. As they went right up the middle, operating out of an I formation. Once again, want to welcome folks from ysnlive.com. We're clicking in tonight. Glad to have you with us. Beard, the quarterback, once again up under center. Hands it again to Caldwell. He's going to have the first down. He's across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a fresh set of downs. As Matthew Fiorelli was there on the stop for the Blue Devils.
Pick up 5 yards on the play. First down, Springfield from his own 43-yard line.
So thus far, the first couple of plays, the Tigers have worked the ball right up the gut. As we'll see if the Devils can respond to that as it's first and 10 from their own 43. This time they put a couple guys in motion to the left side. And Beard in the shotgun, he's on a delay back to number 32, going wide to the left side, breaks tackles into Wickliff territory and run out of bounds. Looks like Caldwell's going to be doing the bulk of the. Frankie Bukar runs him out of bounds, but looks like as he gets to about the Wickliff 49-yard line.
And Alex Caldwell, big kid.
I was just going to say that.
Not much in stature, but 171 pounds, listed at 171 pounds. I would bet he's a little more than that, and just a great running style, and was able to take that outside and get close to a first down. Nice run on first down for the Tigers.
Tigers have something going here as it's 2nd and 2 at the Wickliff 49-yard line, their first possession. Just underway. Again, Caldwell again. He's got the first down, breaking tackles as he works over left tackle.
Frankie Bukar once again on the stop.
Bukar once again on the stop. And Mark, I think we're going to get a steady diet of Caldwell until Wickliff finds a way to stop him.
And that left side of their line, it seems like they're favoring that, although they'll come to the right once on that. But most of the plays so far have kind of favored that side of the Blue Devil defense.
Now the Tigers operating out of a hurry-up, no huddle, I should say. Snap is back. Beard, they give it to Caldwell again on the left side. This time the Devils were able to bottle him up there at about the line of scrimmage as he tried to get wide on the left side. As Matthew Fiorelli once again in there on the tackle. We're going to give him a gain of about a half yard, so it'll be, we'll call it 2nd and 9.5. Just underway here. First possession here for the Tigers. Welcome here on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. Playoffs 2025. Springfield and Wickliff. Beard now in the shotgun formation. Got two, puts a man in motion. And again, Caldwell on the working that left tackle. He gets down to about the Wickliff 40, where a host of Blue Devils bottle him up.
The only two people to touch the ball so far is the quarterback, Baird, and Caldwell, the running back.
So the Tigers making their way from left to right. Actually, if the wind is blowing, they're going into the wind. It'll be 3rd and 6. They're at the Wickliff 40-yard line. You got to figure it's probably 2-down territory given the situation with the wind. Beard again, they give it to Caldwell, trying to work the right side. Wickliff's there to stop him. He gets down to about the Wickliff 39-yard line. We'll give it a gain of about 1. Gio Martinez.
Yep.
What?
And Oboski I saw in there. I saw Oboski's number 9.
So this is going to bring up a 4th and 5, and we'll see what Springfield decides to do here. I'm going to guess that they're going to go for it. Yep. There's the quarterback, number 8, which is Braden Baird.
I'll tell you, partner, if the Blue Devils can stop him here, they won't have that bad a field position.
Something tells me some misdirection here, Mark. Caldwell's been the guy every play thus far, and he's going to be the guy again, going to the right side, and Wickliff's got him. They've got him in the backfield, and they stopped him. The ball will go over to Wickliff on downs.
Yeah, and as I said, that's a pretty decent field position to start your first
Wickliff is now going to take over 1st and 10, and they will have it at their own 42-yard line. And Mark, you know, it's one of these things, the wind wasn't blowing that much. I'd have probably thought to try to pin Wickliff deep.
Yeah, and that was actually where the wind's coming from. At that particular moment, you're right, partner, that would have been a nice time to punt that ball.
Don Purcello in the shotgun. They give it a number 4. That looks like Jackson.
Ralph Jackson, yeah.
Ralph Jackson works his way over, let's say, right tackle. Gain, maybe Dom Jones brings him down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Will be interesting to see if the Devils send in the talented freshman Elijah Fitch, who's back after being injured last week. Devils break the huddle. Cole Vanetta going wide to the right side. Bukar in a slot to the left. Purcello in the shotgun. As it's going to be Purcello trying to keep it himself, but the Tigers were not fooled as he works over right tackle. No gain on the play. As Mark, that defensive line for the Tigers looks pretty strong.
And stingy. And that play last week worked really well with Don Purcello just keeping the ball himself. Went for big yardage last week. That time, nothing.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Wickliff at their own 42-yard line. Tigers showing blitz, a little bit of movement. I think we're going to get...
They're going to get that left end. Kind of went into the neutral zone there for the Tigers.
So the Devils will get a...
Call is encroachment against Springfield.
You know, that's something that I've never understood. I thought you could go into the... and then jump
Depends
back.
on how far you go. Corbin Haas was the guilty party there for the Tigers.
So it'll bring up a more manageable 3rd and 5. The ball now sitting at the Wickliff 47-yard line.
Now that definitely is encroaching.
Yeah, that.
Once again, penalty flags on the play.
Well, whatever it takes to get a first down, partner.
Mark, both times I was ready to say, sure looks like the Tigers are going to be bringing the house, and they were going to bring the house on that play there, Mark.
They sure were.
So that'll give the Devils a first down as it now moves the ball to the Springfield 48-yard line. Almost
Wickliff from the Springfield 48-yard line.
6 minutes to go yet here in the first quarter. No score. First possession for Wickliff. They have it 1st and 10 at the Springfield 48. Don Purcello in shotgun. The Tigers look like they're going to bring the house.
And they shifted a bit.
The snap is back, and they go right up the middle there, and it looks like
Jackson on the carry.
Jackson gets over right guard, gets ahead for maybe 5-6 yards down to about the,
Pick up a 5 yards.
yeah,
on
we'll
the
call
play.
it 5.
Second down and 5.
2nd and 5 from the Springfield 43-yard line. No score. First possession for Wickliff. First possession for the Tigers. They turned it over on downs. Looks like Springfield's going to, again, considering that they're going to try to jam the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. Purcello's going to keep it himself. He's going to get down to about the 40. Wickliff working the right side of the line over between right guard and right tackle.
Number 55, Tom Jones.
Number 55, Ron Jones, or Dom Jones there on that tackle. You'll bring up a 3rd and 2. They got to get to the Springfield 38, and this might be one of those nights where the yards are going to be, they're going to be a premium. And again, Springfield looking again. It looks like, yep. They got somebody in the neutral zone, and Wickliff's going to get another first down, again by penalty.
Dom Jones, I believe, was the guilty party there, the junior. And they're really, so what they must have seen, Frank, they must have seen something on film that they recognized, and maybe the count. But maybe Coach Purcello was able to maybe switch some things up this week, but it just seems too often that they're coming across there and they've seen
Mark,
something.
If you're Coach Slopak, I'd be fuming at this point. So it's 1st and 10, Wickliff at the Springfield 35-yard line. Snap is back, and it looks like
That's Elijah.
Elijah Fitch.
Number 8, Elijah Fish,
Yep.
ball carrier.
Gets ahead for about
Brought down by number 45.
3 yards. Number 45 there,
It's
Nate Hefner on that tackle.
For 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 from the Tigers' 32-yard line.
Clock running, 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Playoffs 2025 between Springfield and Wickliff. Coming wide is Fitch. He's got the first down, the 20, the 10, down to 5. Touchdown, Wickliff! Elijah Fitch, a 32-yard touchdown run. Broke a couple of tackles.
Great
and
run.
The Blue Devils strike first.
Very good run around the corner. I'll tell you what, it looks like he was held up once, maybe twice, but once he broke to that outside, Fitch was heading to the house.
Mark, that young man, and remember, folks, he is a freshman. Does he know how to read his blocks and to evade tacklers?
I think that's just kind of the God-given part of his game.
Yes. And looks like he has one of those safety helmets on. Rossman on for the point after. The kick is up. The kick makes it to Willoughby. And with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter, here's your fight song. So no sooner did I say yards are going to be at a premium, and Elijah makes me eat my words as back deep for the Tigers is Matt Waymer, number 3, and number 33, Michael Rojenski. They're back at about their 5-yard line. And now we can feel the wind picking up a little bit here. So the Devils strike first with 3:20 to go on a 32-yard touchdown run by the freshman Elijah Fitch. Rossman more like a squib that gets down to about the 21-yard line. And I'll get you a name and number here momentarily as they get out over the 30.
Gentile.
As Gentile brings it out to about just outside the Springfield 35-yard line, where the Tigers will have their second possession, 1st and 10.
Get that at their table near the stadium entrance. Again, Wickliff Football Parents Club selling playoff t-shirts at their table near the stadium.
So I want one of those.
What's that?
I want one of those. A playoff T-shirt.
Yeah, I think halftime Mark will have to go down and pick up some of the playoff wear. All right, as we're going to get back to action, Baird, the quarterback, looks like he's operating out of the shotgun. They've got a man in motion to the left, and they give it to number 5, who's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, that being Marco Gentile. Be a gain. Looks like they're going to give him a gain of about 1 on the play. No gain on the play. So there for Wickliff, number 88. Corbin Haas on the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 10. That's the first time that somebody not named Caldwell, basically ran the ball there for the Tigers. Clock running, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, they give it to number 5, Gentile. He gets ahead to about the 40-yard line as he works over left tackle.
So it looks like they're switching out running backs between series, between Caldwell and Gentile.
Pick up a 4 on the play. 3rd down and 6 from the 40-yard line.
And Oboski there was in on the tackle for the Blue Devils. So it'll be 3rd and 6 as the Tigers need to get to their 46-yard line for a first down. Ball marked at their 40. Baird he's going to fire, he's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete as he was looking for Stephen Moreland. And back there on coverage there for Wickliff was Jimmy Feaster. And, Mark, that was one I think the wind just took it,
Well, yeah, he looks like he had a little bit of force on that, but then by the time it got over there, Frank, I think the wind took it as well.
So in punt formation for the Tigers, I'll get you a name and number here shortly. Frankie Bukar's back at about his 30.
I'm not sure Frankie needs to be back that far.
Snap is back. And the kick is blocked. The kick was blocked by Wickliff, and falling on it was number 6 for Wickliff, which is Don Purcello. So Wickliff now is going to be set up 1st and 10 at the Springfield 46-yard line. And Mark,
that might have been blocked by Trey Jackson.
The punter looked like he was just taking his time before kicking it, and Wickliff got good penetration, and they were able to block it. So it'll be 1st and 10 Wickliff at the Springfield 46-yard line. 1:45 to go in the first quarter. Devils on top in the early going, 7-0 with the ball. Fitch in the backfield next to Purcello. He's got it, and they're going to, they're going to get him in the backfield.
And
forward.
Elijah did not want to go down.
Well, it looks like forward progress was back to about the 50 as Warner got him, but they're going to mark it all the way back at the Wickliff 49-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Elijah Fitch still in the backfield. He's going to line up to the left side of the quarterback, Purcello. Devils have, now they move Fitch to the right side. They got Bukar in a slot to the left. Tigers looking to show blitz. Purcello looking to throw, and he fires, and no one from Wickliff was looking for the ball. as goes incomplete. It looked like he was probably trying to find Frankie Bukar on a slant in at about the 45 of Springfield. So it's now going to be 3rd and 15 with 1:01 to go here in the first quarter. You know, Mark, you get something like this, you want to take advantage of the field position.
And the turnover as well, for
Well,
sure.
sure, of course. Playoff football, something of this nature, you know, we want to try to push it out as best you can because, as I mentioned, yards are going to be at a premium tonight. As we'll see what they dial up here. 3rd and 15 for Wickliff at their own 49-yard line. Purcello taking a lot of time. Tigers showing blitz. They fire, and again, they were looking on. He was looking for Marquise Roberts, who slipped and fell. And this will bring up a punting situation for Wickliff, as going back in punt formation for Wickliff will be Drew Rossman, and going back in single safety would be number 33, Michael Rogensky, who's going to be standing back at about his 10-yard line.
On that play, Frank, it looked like the same kind of pass, but to the other side from Wickliff as opposed to the pass on 3rd down from the Tigers.
Snap is back. Rossman gets off. A nice kick. It's going to come down, land at about the 10, and roll into the end zone. I think he was trying to go for a coffin corner, but it'll come out to the 20, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 49 seconds to go in the first quarter, as they'll be operating from their 20-yard line with the score, the Blue Devils 7 and the Tigers nothing. As is our tradition here at halftime, folks, Mark and I will step away. We'll be able to enjoy halftime performance from both marching bands. If you look across the field, there is a sizable marching band there for Springfield. Happy Halloween to everybody as the playoffs are underway. Springfield sets up this time in an I formation, and again they give it
Caldwell back in the game.
He tries to go wide to the right side, gets out to about the 23-yard line, where Bukar comes up from his defensive back position to bring him down. It'll be a gain of 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
I think of Frankie's 4 or 5 tackles that he has this evening. 4 of those are on Caldwell.
I think you're right, Mark. Yeah, something tells me, Mark, they're going to...
That's the end of the first quarter.
I think they want to wait and get the wind at their back. So this will probably be, as the first quarter's coming to an end.
Yeah, they're just waiting until,
So with 1 quarter in the books here of playoff 2025, your score, the Wickliff Blue Devils 7, Springfield Tigers 0. And we get back at it, it'll be Springfield 2nd and 7 from their 23-yard line. Once again, a shout out to some of my live steam brethren, Mike Urich, Carl Losley, Marcel Urich, Mitch Lane, Brent Lane, a gang tuning in from the Blueberry Railroad and the Lakeshore Live Steamers, and the Tomko family out in Olmsted Township. And for all the folks that have clicked in from the ysnlive.com group down in Eastern Ohio, we welcome you here to Wickliffe Memorial Field and the Worldwide Blue Devil Network.
So I've been wanting to tell you this fun fact that you probably don't care about. Maybe you know. But do you know why the Simpsons lived in Springfield in whatever state that was? Do you know why?
Mark, you got me.
That's because every state has a Springfield in the United States.
Well, now you know. And as we get back to action, as it looks like Caldwell right up the middle, a gain of maybe 2.
No, it looks like he can. Yeah, maybe 2.
Maybe 2, as it'll be 3rd and 5 for Springfield. They'll be set up at their 25. They've got to get to their 30 for a fresh set of downs. This time they bring a wide receiver really wide to the left side, one wide on the right. Wickliff showing possible blitz. Yep, quarterback looks, he fires, completes it for a first down, as run out of bounds there.
Great Bears pass is complete to number 3, Matt Weimer.
I thought that was Weimer. And got it out to about the 35-yard line. And it's a whole different thing there, Mark, when you got the wind at your back as compared to...
well, you can do a little bit more, right?
Yep. So fresh set of downs there for the Tigers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35. Caldwell to the left side of the quarterback, Baird, who's operating out of the shotgun right now. And they give it to him. He's going to run up the middle. He's got good yardage to about close to the 40-yard line, a gain of 5.
Caldwell, the ball carrier. Initial contact made by Corbin Haas.
As Corbin Haas for Wickliff was there to bring him down.
Pick up of 5 yards, 2nd down and 5 from the 40-yard line.
If you're just clicking in, the Devils scored on a 32-yard touchdown run by Elijah Fitch in the first quarter, and that's it thus far. 7-0 Wickliff. As the Tigers are operating from their 40, they put a couple guys in motion to the right side, operating what looks like a single wing. Quarterback's going to try to go up the middle, and he's going to get met right at the line. Maybe, yeah, they're going to give maybe a gain of one as the quarterback Baird on a keeper tries to get over right guard, and the Devils were not confused.
1 yard on the play, 3rd down and 4.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 as they've got to get to their 45 for a fresh set of downs. One thing that, Mark, the numbers on the Springfield jerseys are a little smaller than the Wickliff, so some of those single digits are a little more difficult to pick up.
Especially on the front side of their jerseys.
Right. So the Tigers in a semi-no huddle. Beard operating out of a shotgun as he's going to give it to Caldwell, who's going to get ahead to it. Looks like he's going to have the first down. He gets out to about the 46 as he works over left guard. Fiorelli there to bring him down, but not before they were able to get the first down, just enough for the first down, as the Tigers have something going here on this drive. After they started at their 20 and are now at their 46-yard line. 9 minutes to go in the first half, 7-0 Wickliff. And what thus far has been pretty much a defensive battle, although the Tigers are on the move. A shift on the defensive side by Wickliff. Beard operating out of a shotgun as it looked like an RPO, and the quarterback pulls it back and goes ahead for maybe a yard and a half, as Ralph Jackson was not fooled, as it looked like they were going to hand it to Caldwell to go wide right, and at the last minute he pulled and went up the middle, and Jackson was right there to bring him down. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 47. Springfield needs to get to the Wickliff 44 for a first down. Handoff to Caldwell's going to get met at the line. Breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races, folks. This game's going to be tied here in a moment, as Caldwell was met in the backfield, broke a tackle, and was gone for a 53-yard touchdown run. And it puts the Tigers on the board.
Wow.
Yep.
That was, and you know, he is quick. As soon as he gets that ball, his feet are going, he's at full speed in 2 or 3 steps. And he was still at about half speed, broke that one tackle, and was able to get 2 speed awfully quickly, and he just left everybody in the dust.
And the crazy thing is, Mark, they had him in the backfield.
They did.
So they're on for the point after. Weimer is the holder. We got movement.
Offsides, Wickliff.
And it looks like trying the point after for Springfield.
Oh.
Looking, I'm trying to get a number. Oh, is that 88? Benson on for the point after. Snap is back. Oh, looks like they're going to fake it. Throwing into the end zone and completing.
You know, Frank, I was wondering, why did they decline the penalty to move closer? My thought was the 2 points, but they ended up doing it on a fake where the holder, Weimer, got up and rolled to his right and was able to make the score for the 2-point conversion for the Tigers. That's a huge extra point, and that could, as they say, loom large as this game wears on.
Yes, Mark, you are correct. And with that, with 7:52 to go here in the first half, it now makes the score Springfield 8, Wickliff 7.
Boy, I tell you what, that was well executed, and with the win at their backs, and as you know, you certainly have an advantage if you're going from left to right here tonight at Wickliff.
And Mark, again, I say, on that touchdown play, they had him in the backfield. And that's the thing. If you don't wrap him up, you could, he broke through, and then there was nothing but daylight in front of him on a 53-yard touchdown run by Caldwell. And now the Tigers have taken a 1-point lead, 8-7, with 7:52 to go here in the first half. So back deep for Wickliff. Looks like we've got Frankie Bukar. A high-end over-end kick is going to get picked up at the goal line by Bukar, who gets ahead over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Nice return there as number 36. Get you that name here just a moment. Brock Masello was in on the tackle there for the Tigers. So we'll see what the Blue Devils are capable of doing now that they find themselves down by a point here, 8-7 with 7:45 to go in the first half. Purcell once again operating out of the shotgun. He's got Elijah Fitch to his right. As Fitch has it, going wide to the left side and tripped up. Good defensive play. They got him in the backfield.
Stop made in the backfield by Dom Jones.
Jones has been, so far, pretty much all over the field in this first half.
And, Mark, if he doesn't get him, Elijah had a lot of green in front of him. But, he got him by the shoe tops, and it'll be a loss of 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 13. Wickliff, ball back at their own 25. Blue Devils will have to get out to about the 38-yard line for a first down. Wind picking up a little bit here. As now they've got Frankie Bukar in a slot to the right. As getting out over the 30 to about the 32-yard line looks like Marquise Roberts.
Brought down by Nate Hefner.
As Hefner was there to bring him down. That brings up a manageable third down. It'll be 3rd and 7. Ball at about the Wickliff 32-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play brings up 3rd down and 6.
This time Cole Veneta goes wide to the left side. Frankie Bukar in a slot to the left. Springfield showing blitz. They do like to, looks like they like to jam that line of scrimmage.
And shift quite a bit.
As Purcello's going to keep it himself, and he gets ahead. The ball is on the ground, but I think he was down. Mark. They're claiming he was down before the ball came out. Yep,
he was.
Yeah,
down.
They're saying he was down, and it got to close to where it's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Ooh.
So it's going to be 4th and 1. The ball is at the 37-yard line. They got to get to the 38. Looks like the Devils are going for it.
Bringing in some of the big guys, Nickel Bosky.
And they're in that 3-back I formation. Everybody jamming in the middle there from Springfield. A lot of movement. Springfield pointing, looking like they want to jump the line. Purcello looking over to the sideline. The Devils better snap the ball pretty quick. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Wickliff. So 5:15 to go here in the first half. Blue Devils a point down as when Springfield scored, they lined up for the point after and ran a fake extra point where they threw it into the end zone and completed a pass for the 2-point conversion, and that's the difference in the ball game thus far.
Fans, don't forget to stick around at halftime as we have performances from both of our marching bands this evening from Springfield and Wickliff.
Well, I'll tell you, at halftime, 2 things is going to happen. 1, I'm putting my sweatshirt on, and 2, we're going to hear some great entertainment from both high school bands.
Mark, I dialed up both sweatshirts before the opening kickoff, and let's just say I'm glad I did. Folks, we're standing outside on top of the press box. So the Devils are back out on the field. Looks like they're going to continue to go for it. They set up in a 3-back I formation. Purcello's going to be up under center. Springfield's got everybody in the middle of the field. I'm guessing Wickliff's going wide. And Purcello looks like he's changing the call. A little bit of head games going on here, folks. As they give it to the second back.
It's Ralph Jackson.
Ralph Jackson's got the first down as he gets out over left guard out to the 45-yard line. Is number 46. Nate Hefner in there on that tackle. So kind of a critical call there. You know, Mark, if you don't make it, they're in great shape.
Great shape.
But the Devils responded, and they have 1st and 10 at their own 45. This time Elijah Fitch alone in the backfield. He's going to get it. He's breaking. He's across the 50. He's across the 40 and finally taken down at the Springfield 35 by number 33, which is Michael Roginski.
He's really smooth when he runs, too.
Yes, he was. And if Roginski didn't get him, he was gone.
He was gone.
So it's 1st and 10, Wickliff. They're on the Springfield 34-yard line, operating quickly out of a no huddle. Elijah again working on the left side. Breaking tackles down to about the 20-yard line. And he broke at least 3 tackles on that play.
And every time, we'll probably say it another 10 times before the game is over. Oh, he's only a freshman.
Right.
And just coming off of an injury last week, he wasn't available. Probably if it was a playoff game, he probably would have been. But it really did him a lot of good to get that week's rest in, as we can see so far when Elijah has touched the ball.
Mark, I'm going to say he's a freshman playing like who's graduated and become a senior.
Right.
He lines up to the left side of Purcello, 1st and 10 at the Springfield 20. He's going to take it again inside the 15, down to about the 10, carrying people down to the 5-yard line. Gets down to about the 4. It'll be 1st and goal, Wickliff at the Springfield 4-yard line. As Warner was there to finally bring him down. Wickliff operating very quickly out of the huddle. Actually, no huddle. And now the Tigers having to shift their defensive alignment around a little bit. Elijah's going to take it this time. This time the Tigers were waiting for him as they get him trying to get over right tackle. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play. Clock's down to 3:22. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5 as the Devils find themselves a point down, 8-7 here as we're winding down on the first half. Wickliff working their way into what amount of wind is going on right now. Purcello's got Fitch to his left. Purcello's going to take it himself. He's going to get met. Keep driving. He might have gotten down just inside the 5 on a keeper as he worked over left guard. The interior line of Springfield was there to bring him down. No gain, they've got it marked. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Blue Devils at the Springfield 5-yard line. Mark, you're in this far, you got to come away with something.
And I don't think Coach wants to kick a field goal here.
I would agree with you. Fitch lining up to the right of Purcello, again in the shotgun formation. Dom looking back at the sideline, looked like maybe he's changing the play. Yep. He moves Fitch now to a pistol slot. Fitch has it up the middle, driving, gets down to about maybe the 1.5 yard line.
Not even giving it a thought. They're going. And I bet Fitch gets the ball.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 4th and goal from the 2-yard line.
Actually, this couldn't have went any better other than getting a touchdown. I mean, as far as the yardage
Well,
goes.
Just under 1.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Purcello looking back at Coach Purcello. Blue Devils do have 2 timeouts. And something tells me we're going to get a timeout here. Yep, timeout being taken by Wickliff.
Timeout, Wickliff.
So 1:06 to go here in the first half. Score 8-7. It'll be 4th and goal from the Springfield 2-yard line. First half's gone by pretty quick, Mark. You know, it's been fairly.
It was funny. You're right. It's been fairly quick. We were talking with Coach Lopek in the end zone prior to the game, and remember he said to us, "Heck, with the way this weather is and we're running the ball, we might be out of here by 8:30."
Yeah.
Wickliff fans, the Chagrin Valley Conference volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, Mark.
At the campus of Wickliff this coming Thursday.
We haven't even. The game isn't.
Join us as the Chagrin
We're only 41 minutes into this ball game.
Right.
after which the Metro and Valley divisions will face each other at 7:30.
All right, both teams are making their way back
At 7:30 match.
onto the field. We'll see what the Blue Devils dial up here. No, it looks like
Well, they're
they're
going to kick
going
a field goal.
they're going for a field goal, Mark.
I think the wind maybe has died down enough.
Ross went on to attempt a
And
field goal
Drews-
for Wickliff out of the hold of Frankie Bucar and the snap of Matthew Fiorelli.
So Fiorelli will be doing the holding. Rossman on for the field goal. The snap is back. The kick is up. And the Devils are back in top as the kick is good.
That would have gone all the way to Richmond Heights.
Springfield 8.
Thus making the score Wickliff 10, Springfield 8. 1:02 to go here in the first half. The Devils will be receiving the second half kickoff. So if they're able to hold the Tigers and hold this score, you know, the Devils could start the second half with the ball and possibly see some good things. So going back for the Tigers, we'll guess here in this last minute they'll probably be putting it up. Number 33, Rogensky, and number 3, Waymer are back at about the 15-yard line. I'm going to guess, since we're going, and now the breeze is picking up, we're probably going to see more like a line drive or squib or something to that effect.
Number 40, Drew Rossman.
Rossman has it teed up.
Matt Weimer and Michael Rajewski deep to receive.
Okay, guys, it's okay to kick it off. He gets like a hot ground ball that's being bobbled, picked up at about the 33-yard line and brought down at about,
Marco Gentile on the kick return.
as Gentile there. They're going to mark it at about the 37-yard line,
Combining on the stop.
as Bucar was in there on that stop. So with 56 seconds to go, we'll see what comes out of the bag of tricks for the Springfield Tigers.
38-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their 38. what breeze is blowing right now, they have at their back. Nice crowd here for both schools. Still in the backfield is number 32, Alex Caldwell, who had the big touchdown run. He's a sophomore, tremendous player. Baird looking to throw, rolling right, under pressure, fires long and out of bounds. As he was...
Baird's pass is completed, but out of bounds.
Which, as Scott Tennant says, completed but out of bounds, making it incomplete. So with 50 seconds to go, it will be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. They're sitting at their 38-yard line. On that pass there, he was looking for Marco Gentile.
You're from Wickliff, that's pronounced Gentili.
This time they're the quarterback Baird.
Oh, and he fumbled
the ball's on the ground.
He got it back. Or no, he did not. I thought he fell on it.
Wickliff ended up with it. So with 43 seconds to go, the Blue Devils now might be able to do something as Baird going up the middle fumbled it. Not exactly sure who pounced on it for the Blue Devils.
More importantly, who punched it out. And we talked about that in the pregame with Coach Purcello, that they work on that every single week, a couple of times a week, of holding the ball, and so it won't be punched out on the offensive side, and on the defensive side, getting that ball out of there. They were able to do that last week, and they're actually able to do that against a few teams this year.
So the ball sitting right on the 50-yard line, 10-8 the score. Wickliff has quick handoff there
like
to Ralph Jackson as he gets down to about the 47-yard line. Clock moving. Wickliff quickly to the line of scrimmage. As Elijah Fitch going wide to the right side gets inside the 45 down to about the 42-yard line.
I think Elijah ran into the right tackle, but still was able to come up with a few yards on that.
We're down to about 8 seconds to go, Mark, and I have a feeling the Devils are just going to let the clock run out.
Yep, they sure will. That is halftime.
Nope, the Devils have taken a timeout with 1 second to go. Well, maybe not now, but now they've got zeros on the... Oh, no, they're signaling up to the press box to put some time back on the clock.
2 seconds.
They're trying to let the scoreboard operator know, hey, guys, 2 seconds.
I think he got it.
And I think they did. So the Devils have taken their final timeout.
Former Blue Devil quarterback on the
Mark
on the scoreboard.
If you remember last year, we had a play like this, situation like this in Toronto, and the Devils did a little bit of razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
That turned into...
Maybe that same place.
I'm wondering. As in the backfield, Ralph Jackson lining... Now we got...
Timeout, Springfield.
Timeout being taken by Springfield. Mark, I'm loving the
back and forth.
The back and forth between the two head coaches. And you know what, folks? That's a sign of good coaching. You know, you got to hand it to Mark Purcello and Coach Adam Slopek because these guys, they know what to do, and this is why their teams are successful. And as you know, at the top of the webcast, we said could be a close, tight defensive battle. And thus far, you know, when you have a 10-8 score between the Blue Devils and the Tigers. And as of right now, the Blue Devils are on top 10-8 as we're down to 2 sets. This will be the last play of the first half. And the Tigers are expecting something, and they've got their two safeties way back at about their 25-yard line. So we'll see what the Blue Devils dial up here. Purcello looking to throw. He's under pressure. He fires. It's complete, but
pass is complete.
He gets it down to Frankie Buchar to about the 22-yard line, but I believe that's going to be the end of the first half. So we've got a first half in the books here, folks, and to let you know, we got it in 49 minutes, Mark. So after one half of play here at Wickliffe Memorial Field, the score is the Wickliffe Blue Devils 10, the Springfield Tigers 8.
And my apologies, Mark is also the cameraman for this game, and I was distracted for a second, but that was a nice catch by Frankie Buchar on the side, and it is now halftime.
So Mark and I will step aside. You get to enjoy halftime, and we'll come back at you with some stats and action here in the third quarter.
Tonight, we take you on a musical journey through 3 unforgettable decades of sound and style. It's time to relive the soundtrack of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Come sail away with us as we drift through the 70s, featuring Caden Brooks and Zoe Martin on trumpet and Connor Jones on keys. true mark in music history. Jump on board the crazy train with us tonight as we honor him. And Springfield fans, we just would like to thank you for your support this season. Let's end the night by throwing it back to the 90s, an era of pop punk anthems and carefree days. Here's Blink 182's All the Small Things.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great city of Wickliff, Ohio is proud to present, under the direction of Mr. Evan Slumovitz, Assistant Director Mr. Tyler Hassel, and Low Brass Instructor Mr. Michael Picciano. It's the often imitated, but never yet duplicated, Wickliff Devils Wickliff! And now, the 2025 drum majors, Emma Suliak and Brendan Roach. We continue our show with a song that hit #1 in more than a dozen countries back in 1993. Recorded by Trinidadian German singer Hathaway, this is What Is Love? The band extends a heartfelt thanks to its sponsors this season. At the diamond level, Ken Gantley Subaru Wickliff. At the platinum level, Call of the Wild Fund. And at the gold level, Deeds and Auto Tax Service Incorporated. Thank you all for your very generous support of the Wickliff Swing Band. Well, it's Halloween night, and our Swing Band seniors have just the right vibe for us all. They taught this routine to the rest of the band, and they're proud to present for you the Michael Jackson classic, Thriller. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller. Good luck to both fans and both teams. And as always, go Devils!
Well, Mark, and it looks like even the bands brought their playoff. I mean, both of them were fabulous. Wickliff doing that Michael Jackson Thriller routine was top notch.
Yeah, both of them brought their A games for sure. Frank, I did want to make a couple of shout-outs. Number one, Matt Herman. Matt has followed us for years. He always texts me every week to see if we're going to be doing the games. I spoke with him this week. Matt, hope you're doing well, my friend. And, of course, our buddy Ricky Rovad and Janny Spetz, his wife, in Kirtland. Their hearts are in Wickliff, listening to the game on the worldwide Blue Devil Network. So, hey, you all, glad to have you along, and glad to have everybody along. We've got a big contingent of listeners, especially from the Mahoning County area. Wow, lots of listeners. It's great. Good to
Mark,
hear.
I've got some stats here for the first half. For Springfield, Braden Baird, 1 for 3, passing the ball for 10 yards. Running the ball, Alex Caldwell, 13 carries, 98 yards, 1 touchdown, being a 54-yard jaunt. Braden Baird, 3 carries for 13 yards, and Marco Gentile, 2 carries for 4 yards. For the Blue Devils, Don Purcello 1 for 3, passing the ball for about 20 yards. Running the ball, Elijah Fitch, 10 carries for 82 yards, and the touchdown, the 32-yard touchdown run in the first quarter there. Ralph Jackson, 4 carries for 18 yards. Don Purcello, 4 carries, 8 yards, and Marquise Roberts, 1 carry for 7 yards. Drew Rossman, 1 extra point and 1 field goal. The 19-yard field goal right now being the difference in this one, as we're almost about ready to get back to action here. The score, a low-scoring one, and we expected it. The Blue Devils thus far on top, 10-8. Coming into tonight's action, we made mention that Springfield, their strong defense, their defensive point average of points given up this year was about like 10.4, whereas the Blue Devils defense was fairly stingy as well, giving up only an average of about 14.6. So thus far, Mark, you look at the scoreboard, it's following the script as to, what we kind of expected.
And probably the same here in the second half. I'm probably going to be the last team to probably hold the ball. Has a really good chance of winning this game, but we'll see what happens. Lot of football to go.
And the first half, I was talking here with our statistician Danny Rowe, and a pretty clean game. Springfield got called a couple times for jumping off sides, where the Devils, I think, were using some cadence adjustments to get him to jump. And Wickliff, I think they got called for encroachment on a point after, but I think that's been, thus far, they've been letting them play.
Yeah, which is nice. And the quality of the crews, as you say, that they use the best of the best, and they all, I guess, they grade them out just like they do anything else. And that fumble in the middle of the field from Springfield, from Wickliff, that the runner was down, and we might have been with crews that might not have seen that down,
right,
and the other team come up with the ball, almost like the mentality of, okay, whoever comes up with the ball, we're going to say they have it. And they were sharp right on it, and they said the ball was down immediately. So so far it's been a good one. But so was the first half of last week. So.
Well, hopefully we're not jinxing things there, folks. Well, we're almost ready to get back to action. Wickliff will have the ball first here in the second half, and it's probably going to be, Mark, a matter of just controlling, hanging on to the ball and trying to keep the other guy off the field, because we've seen where both teams are capable of springing the big play.
Quick scores, yeah.
Springfield had the 54-yard touchdown run. Wickliff had the 32-yard touchdown run. And it's just a matter of who's going to be able to contain the top runner for the other team. As we mentioned earlier, after tonight's game, the winner, their prize for winning tonight is a date next Friday out in Kirtland, Ohio, against the Kirtland Hornets, who completed another undefeated season. And we understand that Coach Tiger Laverty, the head coach of the Hornets, is in attendance, where it gives him an opportunity to scout both teams in person.
I would have to think, because I did a pretty good scan of our stands here at halftime. I would bet Coach Laverty is on the other side.
I would guess.
And right across from us, in the middle, all by himself, is one lone fan. I mean, he's almost right on the 50-yard line.
Number 81, Grady Page, has it teed up.
That might be him.
As we basically get a ground ball that's going to get picked up there by Marquise Roberts at about the 25, out over the 30, and out to maybe about the 32-yard line, as the Devils this quarter will be going with the wind from right to left, as Wickliff will have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter. Devils on top 10-8. Well, as we were talking about a clean game, it looks like Wickliff's going to get nailed for, I think, holding. So they're going to back it up to the Wickliff 22-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Wickliff as we get underway here in quarter number 3. Marquise Roberts comes wide to the left side. Frankie Bukar in the slot to the left. Fitch still in the backfield there to the right of Purcello, the quarterback. He gets the handoff coming wide to the left side. He's breaking tackles. He's across the 30, 35 out to about the 37-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards rushing for the night, where number 33 for Hefner was there to bring him down, but not before Fitch. You know, he knows how to read his blockers and break tackles. It's 1st and 10 Wickliff at the 37, so it would be a gain of 15 on that one. Same sort of set for Wickliff again. Still in the shotgun is Purcello. He's got Fitch to his right. The wind is blowing. Fitch going to the left, across the 50. He's across. It's a foot race. 15, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Wickliff.
Wow.
Mark, I think that's the one they call East Wind 37.
63 yards.
63-yard touchdown run there for Elijah Fitch, and we're not a minute in, and the Devils have put 6 more on the board.
Back on to attempt the extra point for Wickliff is number 42, Rossman. Number 2, Frank.
So Rossman will be in for the point after. Frankie Bukar will be in to hold it. Snap is back. The kick is up. We've got a flag and what? The kick is good, but
might be on Springfield. It is. Penalty declined.
So the kick is good. Making the score Wickliff 17, Springfield 8. And that was electric there, Mark.
Wow. He can, boy, I'll tell you what, he gets in the open field and
he's
just
gone.
Forget about it. And I mean, and he has the ability to break tackles, and he's just so smooth.
Your score, Wickliff 17 and Springfield 8.
So 11:06 to go here in the third quarter, and the Devils were like lightning in a bottle. We'll just wait to see. Mark, I have a feeling that penalty yardage will be marked off. Or no, it looks like they're taking the ball to the 40-yard line. Nope, there is a penalty against Springfield. So Wickliff is going to be, they're going to be kicking off from the Springfield 45. I wonder if we're going to see something like we saw what Crestwood did to us last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting it on the ground here. No doubt
so
about
Rossman teeing it up as Rodzinski and Waymer are back inside their 5-yard line. And unless he kicks like a big high pooch kick or something to that effect. I think Springfield is expecting something.
They watched the film from last week.
They probably did. Yep. They basically kicked it hard, and there to field it and fall on it for Springfield was number 1, Eli Perry.
By number 1, Eli Perry.
So the Tigers will put it into play 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Mark, I would have liked to have pinned them deeper, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a line drive thing. I would have just kept it on the ground. If not, yes, I would have kicked it deep as well, partner.
So the first set of downs here for the Tigers. Baird hands it. And they get him in the backfield.
That's Caldwell.
That was Caldwell. Good. Ralph Jackson in there and was able to get him around the ankles, and it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play, back to about the 33-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 12. 10.5 to go here in the third quarter. 17-8 Blue Devils. Now Baird is going to operate out of a shotgun. He's got Caldwell to his left. As they flip, looks like Gentile's going to take it. He's got some positive yardage over left tackle. He gets out over the 35 to about the 37. And that's going to set them up with a be about 3rd and 7 as they're at their 33-yard line. The Tigers now are operating into the wind, and the wind is blowing. As you can probably hear, the wind rustling on our microphones here from Wickliffe Memorial Field. Baird looking to throw. He's rolling right, rolling, and he's going to get jammed back in the backfield, back at about the original line of, all the way back at the 35-yard line. Good in there on that tackle, Gio Martinez and Corbin Haas. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 11 punting situation for, as Baird is the punter. He's going to stand at about his 20-22. Frankie Bukar back at the Wickliff 35. Last punt they had got blocked. And Mark, look at the way their blocking scheme is. Very wide open. As the punt barely gets down to about it's going to get downed at about the Wickliff 37. But I don't know, Mark, if that ball was more than 5 feet off the ground.
Well, they're definitely kicking into the wind, but they do have the wind at their backs going into the fourth quarter, so we'll see about that. But in the meantime, Elijah Fitch heading into the game, and I would imagine they're going to give them a steady dose of number 8 here on this series as well.
So 8:55 to go here in the third quarter. It's the second possession for the Blue Devils. 17-8 your score in favor of Wickliff. And again, as Mark mentioned, Fitch lining up to the right side of Purcello. And he's got it. He's going wide to the left, breaking tackles across the 40 out to about the 40. I'm going to call it the 41, 42-yard line. No, they're going to mark it about the 43. A gain of close to 5. Yeah, they've got it marked at the 42. Mark, it looks like they've seen something on what would be the left side of the offensive line for Wickliff that they seem to continue to work on, even when they're on the narrow side of the field, which is where they were on the touchdown run last possession.
Well, again, I think we're going to see that steady dose again. Probably almost the same play.
They put Oboski in a slot over to the right side. And this time Purcello's going to keep it himself. He's working his way, continues driving as he went over right guard and gets out over almost close to about the 45-yard line. It'll bring up a gain of about 2. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Frank, I think Coach Purcello, he's calling 2 plays at a time, and that's why Dom's looking over at him, and then he gives him a hand signal for whatever play to call.
I think you're right. This time, looks like the Tigers wanting to jam the middle of the field. And we got whistles and what?
I don't see a flag. Timeout, Wickliff.
Nope, we've got
illegal
procedure on the Blue Devils.
I didn't even see the
I didn't see anybody move,
and I didn't see anybody move either.
They're going to back it up, so that's going to make it a 3rd and 8. So the ball now sitting at the Wickliff 40. They've got to get to the own 48-yard line for a fresh set of downs. Clock running, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. 17-8 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. The Tigers look like they want to jam the center of the line of scrimmage. Fitch has got it, and this time they were not fooled, as leading the charge there, Dom Jones there, number 55. So that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Blue Devils.
3-yard loss on the play, sets up 4th down and 11.
As Drew Rossman in to do the punting, he's back at the Wickliff 25-yard line. Rojenski is back at about his 25. The snap is back, it's bobbled, and he falls on it, and boy, is that going to help Springfield. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at the Wickliff 25-yard line, as the snap on the way back to Rossman, it's almost like it bounced, and Rossman, rather than trying to pick it up and get the kick off, just fell on it.
Well, I will tell you this. He's not a football player, which is probably the reason he didn't even try to pick it up. He's a soccer player.
Well, you're probably right. But they've got it marked at the 26. As the Tigers have it 1st and 10 at the Wickliff 26-yard line. Beard's hands it to his Caldwell, who's going to get met by a host of Blue Devils as he tries to get wide to the left. Ralph Jackson, and it looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. As loss of 2 moves it back to about the 28-yard line. Clock running, coming up on 5:45 to go in the third. 17-8 Blue Devils. As this time the Tigers, they move a couple guys from the left to the right. They got Caldwell in the slot back as they go wide to the right, and Wickliff's going to get him again in the backfield as they're trying to give him a steady diet, and they're going to move that one back. They've got it, this time they mark it back at about the 29. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 at the 29. They've got to get to the Wickliff 16 for a fresh set of downs. And Mark, I'm going to say this is 2-down territory, given that, they're working into the wind and they're, behind by 9 here with 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. Snap is back. Baird rolling to his left. He fires. He completes it. And it's going to get the ball was picked up. It's picked up by Wickliff, and they're taking off towards the end zone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Wickliff.
Is that Jimmy Feaster?
That's Jimmy Feaster. Mark, I think we have a flag back here.
Yeah, we do have a flag at the 30.
But let's sort this out here, folks. Everybody's walking back the other way. Let's wait and see what the call is. Feaster had come out of it with the ball.
It's going back.
There's a flag at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure if he was down or not, or if there was a flag. If it was a flag, what could possibly be? Maybe a face mask or something. There was just a bunch of people.
Yeah, we've got a face mask call on Wickliff, Mark, which is going to give them a first down. Oh, boy. Guys, those are the mistakes you cannot make in a playoff game. Talk about a huge break. Wow.
No score on the play.
Well, rewind all that excitement there, folks. As they'll be marching.
They haven't even walked off the foul yet, right? Not yet. Okay.
Nope, they're gonna march it off right now, and that should give them a first down. Yep, it takes it down to the just inside the 15-yard line. Boy, does that change things. 4:19 to go here, 17-8, and now the Tigers are on the move with the aid of the face mask penalty. Caldwell's got it, tries to work through what looks like left guard, maybe a yard. Because I think Gio Martinez was in there on that tackle. We'll call it a gain of 1.
Gain of 1 yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 ball. They've got to get to the Wickliff 4 for a first down. Snap is back. They give it to Caldwell, working the left side. He's inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. He worked over the left tackle as Jackson was there to bring him down. It'll give them a manageable 3rd and 3.
Sets up 3rd down and 3. Ball now spotted at the 7-yard line.
Crazy set of circumstances on the punt. Wickliff bobbles the punt and then gets a face mask call when they had a takeaway for a touchdown. It sets them up 3rd and 3. They're at the Wickliff 7-yard line. Again, Caldwell's up the middle, driving. He's got the first down, and it's going to be
at the 4.
It's going to be close to the first down.
Ralph Jackson once again making the stop.
I think he's got it.
Yep, first down at the 4, so it'll be 1st and goal. Springfield, they wind the clock, 2:45 to go in the 3rd quarter, 17-8 your score. As the Tigers are knocking on the Blue Devil. As now Baird working his way under center. They're in an I formation. They give it to Caldwell up the middle, driving.
And he's in.
And he's into the end zone for the Tiger touchdown.
A 4-yard touchdown run by Alex Caldwell.
That is unfortunate for the Blue Devils. The called back touchdown on a face mask and the 15-yard penalty in favor of the Tigers. Mr. Caldwell able to put it in. He has scored both touchdowns for the Tigers this evening.
Snap is back. The kick is up. And the kick is good by Grady Page, making the score Wickliff 17, Springfield 15. Yeah, Mark, that's, it's almost like a bad vibe there, in that 4th down where he bobbled the snap.
Yeah.
And then, the first few plays, Wickliff pushed him, loss of yardage, and then it looked like it come out of it with the ball, except, the face mask call did him in. So with 2:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter, the Blue Devils holding on to a 2-point lead. As going back deep for Wickliff now will be Jimmy Feaster, Frankie Bukar, and Marquise Roberts. And teeing it up for Springfield will be number 1, Grady Page.
Number 81, Grady Page, set to kick off for the Tigers. Frankie Bukar, Jimmy Feaster, Marquise Roberts. Deep for Wickliff.
We get a bounding, let's say, ground ball that's going to get picked up there by number 20 for Wickliff, that being
Number 20,
Jags Zivnoska, name we haven't called quite a while. He gets it out to about the Wickliff 27-yard line, where it'll be, or 28-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Blue Devils with 2:16 to go here in the third quarter.
Is there a penalty here? Looks like
Nope. They've got it. They've got it spotted at the 28.
Here come the Blue Devils.
They still have Elijah Fitch in the backfield to the right of quarterback Purcello. Fitch coming wide to the left. He's across the 30 to about the 31-yard line as he works his way between left tackle, left guard, as Evan Miracle was there to bring him down. Gain of about three and a half. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's a tight one, folks. 17-15 your score in favor of the Blue Devils. Again, the same, pretty much same set with Fitch in the backfield, like the single wing back. And he's going to go wide to the left. He's across the 35. He's going to be a couple yards short of the first down. We're number 45, Nate Hefner. We're there to bring him down. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Ball's going to be spotted at about the Wickliff.
6 on the play. 3rd down and 1 from the 37.
From the Wickliff 37-yard line. Down to a minute to go here in the third quarter. Glad to have you with us here in the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, as well as all the folks for the YSN.com network. Purcello looking over at the sideline. Looks like he's probably changing the play. Now he moves Fitch into an I-back right behind him. He's going to take it. He's got the first down and more as he gets out over the 40 to about the 42-yard line, working over right guard. As Hefner once again was in there on the tackle, but not before he was able to get the first down. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And then the Blue Devils will be working into the wind and on the fourth quarter as the wind will be at the back of the Springfield Tigers in quarter number 4. This time they've got Bukar in a slot to the right side. Oboski moved to a slot to the left side, and they're going to give it this time to Bukar, who nice cut on the inside, gets out over to about the 44-yard line, and that's going to be the end of tonight's third quarter, with the score being the Wickliff Blue Devils 17 and the Springfield Tigers 15.
Frank, I was really curious to see the stats. On 17 rushes, Elijah Fitch has 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 10.4 yards a carry. Unbelievable.
He's a pretty talented young man.
And by the way, if you're just tuning in, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who runs like a senior.
Like a gazelle.
So when we get back to action, it'll be 2nd down, 8 to go for Wickliff. The ball sitting at the Wickliff 44-yard line.
And that is the end of the third quarter. I'm kidding. I just saw the clock roll down.
That last carry by Frank Foti, good for 2 yards. As we begin tonight's fourth quarter, Wickliff has it 2nd down and 8 from its own 44-yard line.
In the first play of the fourth quarter, handoff to Fitch. Going to be Eli Warner was able to wrap him up in the backfield back at about the Wickliff 41-yard line. This will now be a loss of 3. It'll set up Wickliff with a 3rd and long actually 3rd and 11. They've got to get to the Springfield 48 for a first down. And Mark, you're right. This could be one of those, whoever has the ball last could be, the one who's going to go out of here with the victory.
At 17-15, anything can happen.
That's right. Again, he's got Fitch. Now he moves him from the right to the left. He's got Bukar in a slot to the left side. Purcello rolls to his left. He fires, and incomplete, as he was diving there at about the 48-yard line, was Bukar. And that's going to bring up a punting situation for Wickliff with 10:54 to go in the game. And the Blue Devils holding on to a 17-15 lead. Drew Rossman is being punt formation, standing at about his 29-yard line. And going back deep.
For Springfield, number 33, Michael
Rojenski is back at about his 27. Snap is back. The kick
right up in the air.
Went basically right up in the air and out of bounds.
Good
in Wickliff territory. So the Tigers are going to be set up in great field position at the Wickliff 44-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, Frank, this is exactly what the Tigers needed, a break like this and really favorable field position on the 44 of the Blue Devils, first down. And I'm thinking we're going to see a heavy dose of number 32 probably for the Tigers.
I think you're right, Mark. I think you're right. And here's where the Devils defense is going to have to devil up.
That's right.
As they did in the beginning part of that last drive before the penalty occurred. They give it to number 3, Waymer, trying to get wide to the left side. He's going to get run out of bounds, probably by no gain on the play, as Jimmy Feaster was there to run him out of bounds right.
I'll tell you, Frank, that was kind of out of character for them, at least for this game. It seems like they were just, just short outside the tight end or the tackle, or right between them is where they were running before. That's the first, I think, wide play we've seen from the Tigers all night.
I think you're right, Mark. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, ball still at the 44-yard line. And again, same formation, and now they're going to back them up 5 yards as number 55 was Dom Jones. I think they were going to throw on that play. And that's going to back it up to about the Wickliff 49-yard line. Winding the clock, 10:35 to go here. 17-15, Wickliff thus far. Again, they've got Gentile in motion and trying to go right up the middle. Going to get maybe 2 or 3 yards is Caldwell. Yeah, they're going to give him a gain of about 2 down to about the Wickliff 47. It's going to set them up 3rd and 13.
Well, I think they're definitely going to have to throw on this one. At least get enough to where they get maybe close enough to on 4th down.
Yeah, Mark, this is 2 down territories. I see it. Yep. Beard looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's got running room. As he gets close to the first down markers, he gets down to about the Wickliff 37.
He's shy about 1.5 yards.
That's going to bring up, Mark, to be 4th and 3. They're at the 42. They've got to get to the Wickliff 39.
Boy, they gave them a bad spot, man.
Yep.
Unless his knee was down, but I don't think it was. I think that was not a great spot.
My gut tells me the ball's going to end up in the hands of number 32 for the Tigers as the clock is running, 9:10 to go in the ball game. 17-15 Wickliff thus far. Blue Devils jamming the line of scrimmage. Yep, Caldwell's got it. And it looks like he's got the first down as he gets down to close to 30-yard line.
And then some.
And then some. Got a good push from the middle of their offensive line. As they'll be 1st and 10 Tigers at the Wickliff 31-yard line.
1st and 10 from the Wickliff 31.
Again, the handoff to Caldwell's going wide to the right. He's got some positive yardage. Gets down to about the Wickliff 27.
Stop made by Jimmy Feaster.
As Jimmy Feaster was able to bottle him up as he went wide to the right side. Devils need a stop here. 2nd and 7, 8 minutes to go in the ball game. They give it to Gentile. He's going over right tackle, gets down to about the Wickliff 25. It will bring up a 3rd and 4.
Robertson, Matthew Fiorelli combined on the tackle. Gain of 3 yards on the play. 3rd down and 4.
7.5 to go. Plenty of time. See what the Blue Devils are capable of doing if they can come up with the stop. They give it to Caldwell. Yeah, he's got the first down. He's inside the 20 down to about the 17 as he went over right tackle. As Marlin was there to bring him down, but not before he was able to get the first down.
Somebody's name we have not called a whole lot of this evening is Davion. It's good to hear that he's in the game, made that tackle. And I'll tell you, Frank, if you're the Tigers here, you know, what do? You definitely want to score here. Do you want to score quick, stop the Devils and try to get the ball back, or do you take some time off? And
Mark, they're in no hurry right now as Caldwell working up the middle and maybe a gain of a yard as Martinez was there to bring him down in the middle. Gain of 1.
Gain of a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
6:20 to go in the ball game. At the top of the webcast, we said it was going to be a tight one, and thus far it has been. Springfield puts Gentile in motion. The snap. Caldwell's trying to work his way through the right side. Ball's on the ground. The ball is on the ground, and I think the Blue Devils have it. There is a fumble on the play.
Flag on the play, too.
Ball recovered by the Tigers.
Oh, recovered by Springfield.
Were those beanbags they were throwing?
I think it was, Mark.
Yard gain on the play, 3rd down and 8.
So it'll set them up 3rd and 8 as the ball is sitting at the 16-yard line. Clock is coming up on 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 17-15 Wickliff. Baird, the quarterback, now standing in a shotgun formation. He's got Caldwell to his right. Caldwell trying to go wide to the left side. He's going to get bottled up. He's going to be shy of the first down. As it's going to be maybe a gain of 3. So it's going to bring up 4th and 6. The ball is at the 14. So we got a decision here to be made by the coaching staff with the clock just under 5 minutes to go.
You know, Frank, Wickliff had a lot of guys in the box, and they put this number 3 out here towards the near side, one-on-one, and nobody was anywhere near him. If he had just cut to the inside and it would have been a pass, it could have been a touchdown. And I was thinking they were going to maybe do something on that play and not wait till 4th down. Now you've got, 6 yards, 5 yards for a 1st down? It'll be interesting to see what.
We've got timeout being taken by Springfield with 4:25 to go. They've got 2 timeouts left. Wickliff has their full complement of 3.
I was just going to say, is we curious to see what Coach Slopek does on this one. Well, he called a timeout.
Well, the way they were hanging out, just looking over at the sideline, I figured they're going to take the huddle clock down as far as they can and then take a timeout. So we'll see what they dial up here on 4th and 6 at the Wickliff 14-yard line. And, Mark, it looks like...
Well, they're going to try a field goal.
Looks like they're going to...
They're looking for the 1-point lead here.
So, on to try the field goal. Will be out of the hold of Matt Waymer.
It's all the more reason.
Grady Page on to try the field goal. The spot will be at the 21. So it'll be a 31-yard attempt right in the middle of the field. Snap is back, and it's blocked! The Blue Devils blocked the kick! Let's make sure there's no flags on the field.
No flags.
So the ball will go over to Wickliff with 4:18 to go and a 2-point lead. Wow.
Wowee.
A lot of jumping and jiving there by number 54 for Wickliff. I think that's who got in there to block it.
And that's his second
Trey
block
Jackson.
of the night. That's Trey Jackson's second block of the evening.
So all the Blue Devils need to do is eat up 4 minutes and 18 seconds, and then, Mark, they will have a date with Kirtland. So it'll be 1st and 10 Wickliff at their own 17-yard line. Now the Blue Devils set up in a full tee-back. The penalty marker is going to. Oboski moved the illegal motion. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 12-yard line. What they really don't want to have, Mark, is a 3-and-out. You want to use up this clock.
They definitely have to get a few first downs to do that, and this is not a good start.
Operating out of a full T backfield, and now another flag. Now, I didn't see any motion, and they're going to back Wickliff up again. Illegal procedure or false start, and they're going to back it up down to the Wickliff 7-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 20 from the 7.
Sets up 1st down and 20 from the 7-yard line.
And so far, only 1 second has come off the clock since they've got the ball back.
And they set up in a T again. The pitch comes to Fitch, trying to get wide to the right side. Oh, there was a face mask. 15 yards. That better be a face mask on. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're getting Wickliff for. I see him pointing towards Wickliff. Unless it may be offset. I don't know.
Well, the officials are huddling up at about the 9-yard line.
The referee, though, is on the other side of the field. Holding, they're calling Wickliff for.
Oh, my gosh. I also saw a face mask being grabbed as he was trying to get wide on the right side. Well, the Devils are, after blocking the field goal, they're
going the wrong way.
They're going the wrong way for sure. So now it'll be 1st and 10 Wickliff back at about their 4-yard line. 1st and 23. 4:08 to go here in the ball game. Wickliff up by 2, as it'll be 1st and 10. No, now they've marked it at the 3-yard line. Now Purcello's in a shotgun. They give it to Fitch. Gets out over the 7 to about the 8-yard line. Amazing, no flags. As it'll be Nate Hefner was in on the tackle. They marked it at the 8-yard line.
Pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd down and 19.
2nd and 19 for Wickliff. They've got to get to the they've got to get out to their 27 for a fresh set of downs. Purcello staying in the shotgun with Fitch now in a pistol formation, standing back at about his 2-yard line. He's using up as much clock as he can. Snap, Fitch working over right guard, gets out maybe to about the 9-yard line, a gain of about 1.
Timeout called by the Tigers.
And with that, Springfield will take their 2nd timeout. It'll be Wickliff 3rd and 17 at their ball sitting at their 10-yard line. Once again, the winner of tonight's ball game will be traveling to Kirtland next week to take on the Hornets, who just completed another undefeated season as they are the number 1 seed in Region 21 of the Division 6 playoff bracket. All right, the teams are back out on the field. I want to thank all the folks who checked in tonight from the Tigers neighborhood. YSNSportsNetwork.com. Devils in an I formation. As Fitch, Purcello's going to keep it across the 15, out to about the 20, maybe the 22-yard line. As he was able to stay in bounds, keep that clock running. We're inside 3 minutes. As Eli Warner was there to bring him down, this will bring up a 4th down, and we've got whistle and what?
Official timeout.
No, it looks like the officials are huddling about something.
Frank, while we have a minute, normally, and because the winds were so high tonight, we generally have a drone flying. No drone flying, no film from the drone camera tonight.
All right, 2:50 to go in the game. It's going to be 4th and 17. Drew Rossman, no, they've reset the time, I think, to 3:01. Rossman's on in punt formation. He's back at his 10. Now what? Now,
timeout. Wickliff.
Blue Devils, timeout.
So it's going to be actually 4th and 5. The ball is out at the Wickliff 22-yard line. A bit of, looking at the streamers on the top of the goalpost, there's a bit of a breeze blowing. It will definitely make for a very exciting final 3 minutes. Let's just put it that way. So the Blue Devils have 2 timeouts remaining, and Springfield 1 timeout remaining. And when they get the ball, it should be under 3 minutes to go here in the ball game, with the Blue Devils on top by a score of 17-15. Going back deep for Drozinski. He's standing back at about his 40-yard line. Snap is back. Gets a decent kickoff. It's going to come down and roll dead at about the Springfield, about midfield, where Wickliff is going to down it.
It's as close to midfield as you could almost get there, partner. I mean, the nose of the ball, I think, is just touching.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers right at the 50-yard line, 2:46 to go in the ball game. Springfield with 1 timeout, Wickliff with 2 timeouts, and the Blue Devils sitting on a 2-point lead at this juncture.
We'll have it 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
The quarterback, Baird, is going to line up in a shotgun formation. He's got Caldwell to his left, Gentile in motion, now setting up his Caldwell.
Gio Martinez has him there.
Martinez has him, still on his feet driving. He's got into about, the Wickliff 47-yard line, where Gio Martinez was able to bring him down, gain of 2, and Frankie Bukar.
At least held him up long enough so get a little help from his friends, which they
Clock
did.
down to 2:20 to go in the ball game. This time they send Waymer extremely wide to the left side.
They've got one-on-one coverage down here in the near side.
And they're going to give it to Caldwell. He's going to go to the left side. He's going to get bottled up at about the 46-yard line, maybe a gain of 2. And Marlin once again has come up strong for the Blue Devils on the defensive side. Now they're going to mark it back at the 47-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Ball at the 47. Baird rolling to his right, looking to throw, sets, he fires, and we've got a flag down, many flags late.
Did he go past the line of scrimmage when he threw it? The illegal man downfield.
So with 1:22 to go, and I think we're going to get some.
I think he's got to head some guys downfield because he waited so long to throw the ball.
The officials are over talking to Coach Purcello. I don't know about you, Mark. I'd back him up.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to give him the.
Yeah, because at the rate they're going, they'll have 4th and 1. Mark's right. Ineligible man downfield. So that should back them up. If you're wondering, we're down to 1:22 to go in the ball game, and the ball is now back sitting. Springfield taking their final timeout with 1:22 to go, as it'll be 3rd and about 12-13 to go. They've got to get to just near the Wickliff. They've got to get to the Wickliff 40 for the first down. So we'll call it 3rd and 12 and a half.
Well, I'll tell you, they're putting so many people in the box, that talking about Wickliff, that you'd think the Tigers would have maybe some sort of an answer to that. Instead, they're running right into the teeth of that defense.
Well, Mark, my gut tells me that if they don't do something a little trickery-oriented, they're probably putting it up. So the Tigers are out of timeouts. As you can hear, the faithful from both sides getting pretty vocal.
And the camera's shaking a bit, and I am not touching it, folks. That is from the crowd below us. Sorry about that.
We're ready to get Baird rolling to his right. He's under pressure. He sets, he fires, he completes it for the first down. They've got the first down to about the Wickliff 32-yard line.
Going to clock it, I think. No, they're going to run a play.
We're down to minute 10. A gain of 20 gets them a first down. We're a minute to go. Baird rolling to his left. He sets. He fires. He hits Gentile, who steps out of bounds at about the Wickliff 27-yard line. 51 seconds to go.
Pick up 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4.
It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Tigers as they're sitting at the Wickliff 26-yard line. They need to get to the 22 for a first down. Baird rolling to his right.
He's got an open guy.
He's got a wide open, and he hits.
Same receiver, 6. Gentile again.
As now they're down to about the Wickliff 17-yard line. He runs out of bounds, stopping the clock with 44 seconds to go. It'll be first down, Springfield. As they're in a passing formation, Baird rolling to his left. He sets, he fires, and he throws it away with 38 seconds to go. Good coverage there by the Blue Devils. And Mark was right. He pretty much said this one's going to probably go down to whoever has the ball last.
He threw it into the Wickliff band.
That he did. So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball sitting at the Wickliff 17-yard line.
And, you know, Frank, they only have to get close enough to kick a field goal. Now, we've blocked 2 kicks this evening, and we said at the top of the webcast that the team that has the ball the last could very well win this game.
Baird looking to throw. He sets. He fires, looking into the end zone.
He threw it away.
And he threw it away. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 from the Wickliff 17, looking for Weimer in the end zone. And we got a whistle and what?
Injury for Wickliff. That's number, is that?
Well, whoever it is up.
I can't tell who that is. Well, telling them to stay down. Is it number 1? Oh, it's 2 digits.
Looks like a
cramping.
Cramp. 31 seconds to go.
Well, I'd have to say, Frank, they're not going to. I don't think they're going to throw for a touchdown here. They're going to throw close enough on 3rd down to where they can get it maybe to the middle of the field and try that field goal. And I guess while we're speculating and talking here, and we've got a minute or two, that some of the things that I've read from some of the high school websites, they had picked the Tigers to win by 1 point.
It was Elijah John who was the injured Blue Devil. As we're about ready to get back at it, 31 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 from the Wickliff 17. And now we've got timeout being taken by Wickliff.
It's got to be their final timeout.
No, they've got 1 more to go.
Okay. Just seems like we've had 10 timeouts here in the second half.
Well, that's what the playoffs are all about, you know. I mean, you've got 2.
You couldn't have asked for anything.
Right, evenly matched teams going at it.
And I can't tell you what I'm very happy about, that I put this sweatshirt on.
I'll bet you are.
By golly, it's cold up here. What a game so far. You know, both teams you couldn't have asked for a better playoff game in the first round here, no matter who wins this game, but you know who we're pulling for.
Well, we'll see what's going to dial up here as it's 3rd and 10 from the Wickliff 17.
Caldwell.
They're setting up in a passing formation. Baird looking to throw. He's under pressure. He fires. And we've got a flag.
We got a hold.
I think we've got offensive holding. We're down to 25 seconds to go.
Or illegal shift?
No, I think it's
hold.
Holding.
Wow.
That's going to back him up.
Wow.
10.
Now in high school, I don't know, Frank, is it from the line of scrimmage or the spot of the foul?
I think it's from the line of scrimmage.
Which is close anyway, but wow.
So we're down to 25 seconds. Again, for all the folks who've clicked in from ysnlive.com, glad to have you with us tonight. It's been great as these two teams have put on a great show. They're at the 3rd and 20 from the Wickliff 27. Baird looked, he's going to take off, and he's going to run out of bounds with 19 seconds to go.
And a first down. No, I'm sorry. No. He just got back to the original line of scrimmage. My bad, folks. Sorry
He got down to about the 16. So it's going to be, let's see, it's going to be 4th and 8, Mark, with 18 seconds to go. Are they going to?
They have to kick it. Yep.
So it looks like they're going to set up for a field goal. The ball will be spotted at the Wickliff 23.
33 yards.
And we've got now a timeout being taken by Wickliff with 18 seconds to go. On to try the field goal will be number 81, Grady Page. He's a freshman.
No pressure, young man.
Right. You know, the first half went by in 50 minutes, and the second half has been an hour and a half.
Well,
wow.
That's this game we love so much, bud.
Well, the officials are signaling to get both teams back out on the field. The ball will be spotted at the Wickliff 23, making it a 33-yard attempt. The left-footed kicker will be out of the hold of Matt Waymer. And we've got a flag, and Wickliff's going to get called for being offsides. Oh my gosh, Mark, the mistakes the Blue Devils have made the second half is killing them. And that'll move it up 5 yards.
Oh boy. Whoa, was that my, I think my rosters just flew off the top of the roof here, Frank. And
So,
I'm trying to hold the camera steady, folks, because this is what's happening here.
the spot will be at the 18, making it a 28-yard attempt. The snap is back. The kick is up.
No good.
And it's no good! It's no good with 13 seconds to go. The Blue Devils are going to win. And a crowd of 117,000 are going wild in Wickliff.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Actually, it was just a collective. Everybody can breathe now on this side of the field.
So the Blue Devils will go out on the field. They'll go into the victory formation.
I think they kind of forgot they still had some time left.
You know, all they have to do is take the snap, kneel down, and
that's it.
And then for the folks from Springfield, you guys played a fabulous game, had a great season. And the final score tonight at home, the Wickliff Blue Devils 17 and the Springfield Tigers 15. the Blue Devils will now advance to next Friday, where they will be on the road at Kirtland, as they'll face the Kirtland Hornets for the second time this season. The two teams are congratulating each other, and I have to tell you, Springfield, I know it's going to be a tough ride home, but you guys should not hang your heads. You played a tremendous ball game. That young man Caldwell, he's going to, Mark, a few more years of him. He's a solid ball player, great coach.
I just feel bad for that freshman kicker.
Yes, Mark.
And as always, once the teams congratulate each other at midfield, the Blue Devils and the swing band will be making their way to our right, and we'll be celebrating another win here at Memorial Field with your Wickliff Blue Devils winning tonight 17-15, advancing to the regionals at Kirtland next week. And we're going to get ready for the Wickliff alma mater. Just a fabulous football game, probably one of the best games we've called in our 22 seasons. Frank and I have been doing this.
I'd agree with that, Mark. That, it had everything. I mean, it really did. And I feel bad for Paige, because, you put the weight of the world on your shoulders like that, and something tells me he'll be able to redeem himself many times over in upcoming seasons.
He'll learn from that.
Hey, guys from Springfield, take care.
Take care, guys.
We're just wanting to wish all the best to the couple of coaches who were running film up here at the press box. But here's the alma mater.
Hail, Wickliff. Woo!
Well, Mark, that's a testament to a team that really doesn't give up. And, it could have gone either way, but the Blue Devils hung in there. They made plays when they had to, and they come out of here with a playoff win tonight, set by a score of 17-15. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network, especially the people that were from the YSN Live or whatever that was. It was an honor to be able to share our webcast with all of you, and we want to wish everybody from Springfield all the best. And something tells me these two teams will be seeing each other in seasons to come. Next week, we will.
Well, they better enjoy this one. And they can't play the same game tonight like the next week, because they'll find themselves on the Springfield end of it next week.
Mark,
they enjoy it tonight, but they got a lot of work to do.
Yes,
a lot.
They have to bring their A++ game next week from Kirtland, and chances are we'll look into it. There's a good chance that we'll be able to bring you the action from Kirtland High School, as the Blue Devils will be on the road to face the Kirtland Hornets, who are the number 1 seed in Region 21. So, Mark, I don't know about you, but this gets sporting weekend off to a great start. Any final thoughts?
Well, the Browns can't lose this weekend.
Mark, no, wait a minute. They will lose to the bye. The bye week can even beat them. They're that bad, okay? They're that bad.
Well, but final thoughts, though, just, great win, and they're going to have to enjoy this one tonight for sure. But back to the drawing board tomorrow and film day, and, we'll see what happens next week in Kirtland. We'll hopefully see if we can bring the game to everybody next week. I've got a feeling there'll be probably several outlets there to bring you the game next week, because, as you know, we just whittle it down by teams, and this is a CVC matchup, a rematch of a 42-0 loss by Wickliff, game about 4 or 5 weeks ago, right here at Memorial Field. And but I am excited to head up to Kirtland, and beautiful field, great town, great people, and we're going to have us a ball game next Friday night, partner.
Some final stats here before we say goodbye to everybody. Springfield, Braden Baird, 4 of 8 for 45 yards throwing the ball. Running the ball, that talented Alex Caldwell, 30 carries for 134 yards, long of 54. Braden Baird, 6 carries for 30 yards. And Marco Gentile, 4 carries for 12 yards. For the Wickliff Blue Devils, Elijah Fitch, 20 carries, 180 yards, a long of 63. Don Purcello, 6 carries for 27 yards. Ralph Jackson, 4 carries for 18 yards. And that pretty much wraps it up, as tonight, the Wickliff Blue Devils in a Division 6 Region 21 playoff game, they're victorious. A final score from Wickliffe Memorial Field on the Worldwide Blue Devil Network. The Wickliff Blue Devils 17, the Springfield Tigers 15. Have a great weekend, everybody.